So hello and welcome to another episode of Good Fat Life. And with me in the studio today are some dancers, right?
Yeah.
The music just makes you want to move, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I want to introduce Mary Daugherty and Pam Cusumano. Cusumano. So thank you, Pam. What a cool name, though. Both of you. Yeah?
Yeah.
So they are, what do I want to say, starting a new chapter of their life or adding another chapter to their life, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're continuing the work that you're both doing. You're both doing amazing education work, but that we'll save that for another topic, another day. But you've stepped into this IntenSati movement. So tell me about it. How did this happen? What is IntenSati? And then I'm going to tell you a story why I'm especially excited to hear about it. So,
IntenSati is a workout that involves movement, mantras, and meditation. And when you leave our class, it is our hope, it is our intention that you will feel elevated. You will feel better. You will feel as if you've released negative emotions and you've filled your world with positive emotions. And then you can go out and face the world of chaos at times.
from this better space.
From this better space.
How did you two get together? And, just a little side note, Pam and I, we did a marathon together, maybe a couple actually, right? For the Leukemia Foundation, Team in Training. Mm-hmm. It was just so amazing to have you pop back up in my world. Right? So many good things, and we've got some really fun things in the works because of that and that history. So how did you two meet, and why IntenSati, and why now?
Well, Mary and I met, the Brighton Lighthouse.
Okay.
Anna's been a friend of mine for years, and she gifted me a ticket to a sort of retreat this is the first time we met. Sort of a retreat at the Brighton Lighthouse.
Okay.
Dawn Gadden was teaching IntenSati. And I connected with Mary right away because she talked about her dog named Joy. And I have a dog named Joy.
Oh, my gosh.
And my middle name is Joy. And I just knew right away I wanted to be her friend.
That's the best, isn't it?
I know, right?
Yeah.
And I fell in love with IntenSati that day. I drug a friend there. I thought I would hate it because I don't like group exercise. And I drug a friend there because I thought she probably could use it. Turned out it was me.
It was you.
Yeah. And so we kept going to Dawn's class that she held every week. And then Dawn moved away, and Mary and I took the training. I only took the training, again, because I wanted to be Mary's friend.
Okay.
And I'm so glad she did, because she is a dear, dear friend.
And so, but the two of you have amazing energy, and it's just like when you're in the room, there's just an elevation of fun. That's just true. So you found that was missing when Dawn moved, right? It left a gap for the class, because obviously if you've been going every week, you were enjoying it.
Mm-hmm. We developed a community of women who wanted the same thing. And it was something that I had longed for since I've lived in Brighton. I wanted to be amongst women who are like-minded. Pam and I are like-minded. That's why we connect. We have other women that were coming to Dawn's class that were also like-minded. And we were like, no, we are not letting this drop. We have found our people. We are going to stick with it. We are going to figure out how to do this. So neither one of us were all that certain about doing it. I don't think we were that certain. I wasn't that certain, but we're like, okay, Dawn has a lot of confidence in us, so we're gonna build on that confidence, and we're gonna take this training. So we signed up for the training, and we learned a lot about each other in the training. We loved the training. We had a great time. We were like, okay, we got this. We're gonna start our training, and so then it was a little hard for us to find a place to get started to train.
Okay.
But Anna is wonderful at the Lighthouse, and she helped us figure out a way to be members there. And now we practice there. And we
Oh, it's a perfect spot.
It is a perfect spot.
Just a little shout out. Right. The Brighton Lighthouse is a shining spot.
It is. And the energy that we feel when we're there is the energy that we want to carry on with IntenSati.
And I'll just say that's Good Fat Life's world headquarters is the Brighton Lighthouse.
I knew that.
Right? So, which is very cool.
Yeah.
So IntenSati, so it's community, it's very community-based. And I mean, I've done a couple classes when Dawn was still here, and then a little mini blurb last week with you two because you have to do so many hours, right, in order to be like fully licensed. Okay, so that in that there is a couple of elements. You are moving, right? And it can be a really intense workout if you want it to be, or it can be a little more gentle depending on how you do the moves, right? So anybody could do it. And you've got the affirmations. So how do the affirmations work with the movements? There's got to be neuroscience behind that.
Oh, yeah. There definitely is. Oh, I don't know if I can. The only way I want to answer that, you're right. There is a lot of science behind it, a lot of research. The woman who created IntenSati got her idea. She was at an Anthony Robbins event where they walk on the coals.
Okay.
She got the idea for it because Anthony Robbins talked about all the research about having he calls them incantations, moving while you're saying these affirmations. Makes me think of integration because I read that article in your magazine. Yeah. It is really an integration, IntenSati, to, I'm lost for words. Like I've read so many self-help books and I was never able to integrate all these things. IntenSati
does that.
Helps you integrate it, helps you have a knowing. Like one of the affirmations, I do belong. Like we all think, we all know we belong, but we don't know we belong.
That is interesting.
Series that we are teaching right now is I Believe in the Good. And so our movements are faith, confidence, inspire, brave, focus, release, acceptance, and enthusiasm. So when we're doing the movements, we want to feel those words.
Oh my gosh.
We want to feel that we have faith. We want to feel confident. We want to feel inspired. And we want to feel brave. And they all go together to elevate the vibrational energy within us.
You just combined a couple of things that are really important to me and to us at Good Fat Life is the feeling. It's when you feel it, it changes everything.
Yes.
It's one thing to know it, right? We can be so in our heads. One thing to know it, but when we feel it, it changes everything. And that's one thing I've never liked about affirmations. It's because I never felt them.
You don't believe them.
I didn't believe them. It's like, okay, I am great. Okay. And, it was in my head and it's like, well, maybe yes, maybe no, I don't know. So, but you're right. When you do I'll just call it the movement because we don't use the E word here, exercise, or work out, the W word. We move, right? It changes everything. I can feel good about moving, but I don't feel good about exercising or working out, right? Training is another word I can feel good about. We are training.
Practicing.
Right, because it's just a whole different, I'm doing a practice. It's just a whole different energy.
It is.
I was at the chiropractor at Hands on Health. I'm going to just do a little shout out right now for Dr. Adam Rushford's office. And I was telling him, this was just yesterday, that I had gone to a Pilates class last week and we've been traveling a ton. And so somewhere in my brain, it's like if you're traveling, you don't have to do movement unless it's natural movement, like you're touristing or something, you're walking. And whatever you want to eat doesn't count. Right? Because you're traveling, right? And it's just funny how we get those things in our head, but we've been traveling so much that when I went to Pilates, because I hadn't been for a couple of months, it was like, oh my gosh, it just kicked my butt. And his words were, I don't want to say compensate, or our muscles lose their strength quickly. And so what I realized is I have to change the way I think about movement and travel. Right? So there has to be intentional movement, and what I eat does count most of the time, right?
Yeah.
So I was so excited to talk to you about that. So you're going to be doing like a weekly class, right? So what it reminded me of is that to be more intentional about scheduling things, movement, that's fun, this community that ticks off those things. And when you leave, you feel so much better than when you walked in. Not that you felt bad when you walked in, but you know what I mean, right? You just like you're kind of flying out of the room.
Yes.
And I have noticed that about IntenSati, is that when I do them, you just feel, you can't help but feel like you're flying out of the room.
Elevated.
Yes.
Elevated. That's the right
Totally
word.
elevated.
Yeah.
Totally elevated.
So you're feeling a gap. So what do you see kind of like, what's your vision for what you're doing?
Well, I see us spreading the word and gathering more people and sharing it with other communities. So I know we're part of the Brighton Lighthouse community, but there are thousands of other communities out there that would benefit from this. Businesses.
That could be cool. That could be a cool like lunch and learn, right? Go do IntenSati. And what is the name? What's the name mean?
IntenSati means intentional meditation.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah. So, and we do believe that like we have an intention every time we go in to teach our class, that people who come to our class will leave feeling a certain, not a certain way, but more elevated, feeling really good, like you just said, And then I'm going to give a little plug for IntenSati and vacations, because you can go on IntenSati.com, I think, right, Pam?
I think
it's IntenSati.com, and you can pick a workout, and you can do it in your hotel room, because I've done it.
Okay.
I've done it.
Like on YouTube?
I think you can do YouTube or pretty much anything. Like
you can find it on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
The woman we're going to give a plug to here is Dawn, and Dawn has a YouTube channel.
Dawn
Gaden.
Right.
Yep, right. And her YouTube channel is Wake Up and Win.
Okay.
Showing the hat there.
Yeah.
And she has lots of workouts. She also does a workout on Insight Timer. And
Okay.
you can go.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah,
that she's
so
on Insight Timer.
yeah, so you can do all sorts of workouts. I'm getting ready to go on a vacation, and I totally understand what you're saying about letting go of the food and just eating and drinking whatever I want, and not having to worry about moving, and just and then I'll feel horrible. But if I continue my practice of IntenSati and I'm mindful of what I eat, I will come home not needing to, detox
from the vacation.
From the vacation,
right?
Yeah, getting, purging all of the stuff and starting from, square one.
Square one. Describe what would somebody expect? So maybe the best way to give a little slice of IntenSati is to just demonstrate. So, ladies.
So at the beginning of every class, we do a warm-up. And it's the same warm-up to the same music each week. It's bizarre how this happens, but you hear that music come on, and you just go, and you start to kind of feel it. And we use the same words each time. We raise our left arm up, we raise our right arm up, and this is the pose of responsibility. And we say the same words. We say silently, we say to ourselves, today I take full responsibility for my life. My life is in my hands. We take an inhale and an exhale. We put our hands on our forehead, our third eye, and we silently say to ourselves, today I take full responsibility for the power of my thoughts. I choose thoughts that empower me. Inhale, exhale. put our hands on our heart and we say to ourselves silently, today I take full responsibility for the power of my attitude. I choose an attitude of gratitude. We bend our knees, extend our arms straight out in the pose of action. And we silently say to ourselves, today I take full responsibility for the power of my actions. I choose actions that lead me closer to my dreams. We raise our arms up and we say, every day in a very true way, I co-create my reality. And then as we do, we'll do this 3 times in our class. Every day in a very true way, I co-create my reality. Every day in a very true way, I co-create my reality. And then we'll ask our students to step to the right, do 2 claps up, 2 claps down, and then 4 singles. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we say, as above, so is below. This is what I know. And then we'll put it back together and we'll say, every day in a very true way, I co-create my reality. As above, so is below. This is what I know.
Then how about just a quick block?
Yep, and then Pam will show you a quick block.
Well, this would be focus, okay? This is the movement of focus. You're connecting your right and your left side of your brain here. And we say, I forgot the words.
I shift
my focus.
And it's a call and response. So Pam would say,
I shift my focus.
And then the students would say, I shift my focus.
Then we're going to shake it off. We're going to release. This is release.
I mean, that's just great. And so you're in space and you've got music and you escalate from there, I'm thinking. So you amp it up so it's more energy. And then you have a cool down. Is that correct?
Yes. So we do 20 minutes of cardio.
Okay.
And then we do a lower body series.
Okay.
And then a meditation.
Okay.
So altogether, it's about an hour. And we do it so that the blocks build on each other. Like Pam was showing you just the beginning, like one block.
Right. And
so in each block, there are 4 moves. And over the course of a month, we incorporate 16 moves. So by the end of the month, because each week we add another block. By the end of the month, we're doing all 4 blocks. So it can be more of a workout by the time we do that. Yeah. One thing I want to add just very quickly, because I think sometimes people don't understand when we say as above, so is below. We don't want people to get confused by that. It's basically what we think is what we experience. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Does that make sense? So what is in our heads is what we experience.
What your reality is.
What is our reality.
And I would just add too, because they asked about, so it's a mixture between martial arts and yoga.
No, I think that's right. Okay. It's martial arts and yoga, because our moves, as you can see, Pam, right. Pam, there's a compliment for you.
Yeah, right?
Pam was doing focus and release, but then we also punch.
Okay.
And we cross our bodies in a motion. We do uppercuts. We punch up. So it is a little bit of martial arts.
Well, and I love that you're using the full floor. I mean, it's like you're not just standing in one position. Like if you're running, you're just running, right? Mm-hmm. You are up and down and around and twisting and getting your spine all. Your spine's getting a great workout. Your legs, your arms, everything's really getting a good workout. And I also love that you can do it at the level that you're at.
Yes.
Right? So if you really want to amp up the move, you can, or you can be quiet too. Right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm ready to go.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, please join us.
I will. I absolutely will. So when are you're going to have those? Do you know yet what your class schedule is going to look like?
Yes. Right now we are scheduled at the Brighton Lighthouse,
okay.
August 13th, 20th, and 27th.
Okay.
From 6:30 until 7:30, and they're free classes because Pam and I are still in our training. We're still at that baby stage, so the classes are free. Pam keeps track of our email list.
Yeah, I'm happy to give my email. It's my first and last name, Pam Cusumano @gmail.com.
Okay. And we'll put that in the show notes.
Yeah. Great. And we're working on a website and all that stuff. We're just...
Oh, yeah. We're at the ground level, but working on the social media stuff.
Oh.
Actually, I should say Pam is working on the social media stuff. Because
lucky you.
Yes, right? I'm very, very, very blessed to have a work partner that is techie.
Oh,
so because I'm so not. I'm so not, and she so is.
So that's so cool that you can complement each other, right?
We do.
So I'm just delighted that you are doing this and that we're able to get to know more about Mary and Pam and IntenSati, and it's another way to incorporate movement that's such a grounded, healthy, purposeful movement. Really build your body, but build your mind and your vibration as well. And have it here in Brighton, but it's also all over the country?
Yeah.
All over the
world.
Yep. All over the world.
All over the world.
So if you're listening somewhere that's not here,
absolutely,
you can find it. And if you can't find it, you can start your own.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's what Dawn did. Dawn started it here in Brighton. And nobody else did that. She
did it by herself. She didn't have...
No, she didn't have a partner.
We have each other. So.
She went out to New York and went through the training, came back, and
here you are.
And did it, and we are forever grateful for her efforts to do that.
So she kind of was a way shower.
She is.
Right? So, well, good. Well, thank you so much for being here, and I want to just do a reminder to check out goodfatlife.com, and we will have the classes, what Mary and Pam are doing with their schedule on our website, on our calendar, for anybody who's interested in knowing more. And I would just like to again close and say thank you so much for being here and for being part of my movement journey, right? Because I can do this, right?
Yeah.
I can do this, and what better way to get movement in, taking great care of yourself, and also building community.
Yeah. Thank you, Sherri.
Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, to have people to do our lives with makes them so much more joyful, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, absolutely.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you. Take care.